recording? Yes. Okay. Mind if I sit here? It's just there's nowhere else. I'm starving. I'm like totally my ideal weight right now, but I don't want to fall off the wagon or faith or whatever. Are you Presbyterian? Because I had a friend back in the 90s who was, and we got on like nobody's business. Then he left me for a Seventh-day Adventist who came to his house and never spoke to me again. True story. Do you believe in the man upstairs? Because I do. I totally love the guy. Actually, that's what I won't compromise on in a man. You can drink, you can smoke, you can beat me up, but as long as you say your prayers at night, there'll always be a place in my bed for you. Big on eggs, huh? Ugh, I don't like the way they smell. It's like this car a friend of mine used to drive. The one that left me for the Seventh-day Adventist. He used to drive this little Mitsubishi, this little red one that kept backfiring. It had let off this rotten egg smell every time, and I kept saying to him, when the fuck are you going to get a better car? And he was like, next week, next year, shut the fuck up with you, I'm trying to drive this piece of fucking space junk. Then he got a new car. One day, suddenly came home in this little pink Nissan, and I was like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? Why are you driving a pink car? And he's like, it's not pink, it's chestnut brown. What are you in? I'm in accounts. I hate accounts. And numbers get so ugly after a while. Like, if I'm sitting there staring at a bunch of numbers, after a while I get dizzy thinking about how ugly they are. Like when I see a fat person, I get dizzy. I seriously need to lie down. I get palpitation. It's like my heart's going to burst out of my chest. Once I got the elevator up here with a fat person, it got stuck. I mean, the lift got stuck, not the fat person. I was like, oh my God, the fat person's so fat. I can't even tell if it's a man or a woman or what. And they kept edging towards me and I'm like, get the fuck away from me. And my heart's beating, I'm about to scream, and then suddenly we're going again. As soon as we get to the floor, I'm out of there. I'm in the ladies, and I'm standing over their sink, and I'm splashing water on my face, and I'm hyperventilating, and I hear these footsteps, these really heavy footsteps. It sounds like someone's throwing rocks into the ground and picking them up again. And then there's this hand on my shoulder saying, are you all right? Do you need to take something? And I look up, and it's the fat person, apparently female, with her hand on my shoulder. And I look up and I say to her, I say, get your fucking hands off me, you fucking lard ass. And I run into the cubicle and I hide in there and I start praying to God. I start saying, God, protect me from fat people. I get really religious sometimes. It helps with the dizziness. So I pray to God about fat people. I've started doing it every night. Every night except if I'm being fucked, in which case it has to be post-coital. It's like my mum used to say, God is my cigarette. What do you do? I can read palms. For real? Give me a hand. What does it say? If you were made in God's image, he must have beautiful hands. Aren't you sweet? When the world was much smaller. Are you listening to this? When the world was much smaller, and the imprint of human feet was newly pressed in the mud, a bird appeared to a woman. And not only that, he told her he loved her. Well, what do you say to that, Ethel? A bird telling a woman he loves her. What a shock for the woman. What a great big shock. And what do you think happened next? That's right. She let him have her. And it felt, like the world had opened up. Like she'd fallen into a chamber made just of oranges. But when it was over, when it was finished and he flew back up into the sky, all his feathers fell away. As he climbed higher and higher, the feathers kept falling. They rained down on her face, and the bird was no longer a bird at all, but a voice from the clouds. He tricked her. Isn't that terrible? Aren't you ashamed of this bird? No. No, how could you be ashamed of this bird? All he did was love her. And if the world somehow allowed time travel, if she could reverse her footsteps, walk backwards, not forwards, she would have returned and played it just the same. Because when he wrapped his feathers round her waist and cradled her head in the pit of his wing, all she could say was, yes. What are you doing?
What does it look like? Cleaning up your wee.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
A bit late for that, isn't it?
Fuck,
It's like the never-ending story
let me
over
clean
here.
it up.
Stay where you are. You stab.
What?
Written on your door.
I don't stabbed.
Yeah, well, I'm not taking any chances if it's all the same
This
to you.
wasn't me. Someone must have spilled a bottle.
Just stay over there. I'll be out of your hair in a minute.
What does it say in the door?
You stabbed someone with a spoon. Couldn't you get a knife?
No, what else does it say?
Dunno.
Tell me.
Don't remember.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I don't know anything. I just clean up.
I don't stab.
You don't think you're wee either.
We.
Call it what you like.
You're funny. You smile funny too.
This is my freaking out face.
What are you freaking out for?
I'm freaking out you might stab me.
Why would I do that?
Don't know. I'd probably stab me if I was you. I'd probably stab you if I was a stabbing sort of person.
You're funny.
Better go.
Where are you going?
I've got to go. I've got to just keep up your fluids.
Good morning. How are you today? Are you well? Are you better? I brought a friend. That's a remarkable improvement.
I'm not the spider one.
Oh, God. Who are you?
Ethel.
Ethel? Oh, my God, Ethel, I'm so sorry. I must have come into the wrong room. My eyesight's not what it was. Well, at least we know you don't have arachnophobia. Not yet, anyway.
Who was that in my room?
Who was what in your room? Have you started seeing people in your room? That's problematic, to say the least.
When can I get out?
Well, you won't be getting out if you started seeing people in your room.
I lied.
Try not to do that too much. I do have a file to keep, you know. Better all round if you remain constant. It's hard sometimes to keep hold of pens. Don't tell anyone I said that, will you?
I'll do my best.
Well, now, Ethel, do you think you'd be ready to meet the woman you attacked? Apologise, that sort of thing? It'd be good for you in lots of ways.
Do I have to?
Not if you don't want to, but I think you do want to.
No, I don't.
Oh, Ethel, now please, you want to tell this woman you attacked that you're very sorry, isn't that right?
I didn't attack her. She just wouldn't shut up.
Now, Ethel, I wouldn't stab my wife if she talked too much. Not that I have a wife. But if I did, I'd like to think I have the common decency not to go about stabbing her with kitchen utensils.
Does it hurt a lot when you sit down?
What?
When you sit down, does it hurt a lot?
No. That's a very interesting question.
Do you stay indoors when there's lightning?
Yes, I do try to avoid inclement weather.
You mean you've never felt rain?
No, I suppose I haven't.
It's a bit like this. Cyril,
Yes.
do you love me?
What an absurd question.
Is it?
Considering the vows we just made, yes.
If I had blonde hair?
You don't.
Yes, but if I did, should that make a difference? Cyril,
What?
how do you feel?
I should have brought another jumper.
There are plenty of shops about.
I know, but I don't like to spend the money.
I'll choose one for you.
Please don't. You'll only pick something peculiar.
Yes, I suspect I would. I feel sick with fear. Cyril,
What?
I dreamt last night that I was sick with fear and I woke up this morning and found that I am. Cyril,
Yes?
I've begun to imagine horrible things. The most awful things.
Don't talk so much.
Well, the silence must be filled with something or else I really will go mad.
Don't use that word.
Hold my hand.
What?
Hold my hand.
Don't be silly.
Please, just come here and hold my hand.
I'm reading.
Love me.
I do.
And hold my hand.
Yes. All right. I will. But I might not like it. Hey, at least I keep my cutlery in the drawer.
Fuck
What'd you do? Fall over in Victoria's
I
basement?
told you already. This is serious. It hurts.
I'm sure it does.
It hurts a lot.
Yes, Annie, I know it hurts a lot. I've just spent the past hour listening to you telling me it hurts a lot.
It really does hurt, though. Are you listening to me?
Yes, Annie, believe it or not, I have mastered the art of multitasking.
It took me ages to find you, you know. In the phone book. Under vet. You're not under vet, though, are you, Lenny?
No, I'm not, as you obviously know.
Oh, but I didn't know, Lenny. That's just it. I didn't know.
What do you want, a letter at Christmas? Dear Annie, here are the things I've done since I left you. Fuck off out of my life, Lenny. Is that how you want it?
That's right. You left me for that seventh-day Ventus in a pink car. How is she, anyway?
Chestnut brown.
Oh, that her name?
I've got Mr. Rasmussen's budget due tomorrow and I haven't even started. If you don't mind. If you could go now, I'd really appreciate it.
Dogs.
Sometimes. I don't really like to, though. Can you go now?
If they paid well enough, though, you'd do it.
Why?
Just thinking. After I kill this bitch of yours, I'll need something doing to her once I've done her over.
Why are you talking like Michael Caine?
No.
You're not killing anyone.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna stuff her. I'm gonna stuff her and put her in a box.
She's not my girlfriend anymore. Okay? Now please, will you go away?
She's not. You're not.
Go away. Thank you. Bye.
This him, the budgie,
No, this is a lorikeet, Annie.
was He's dead.
You'll be dead in a minute if you don't shut up.
Is that how you like your women these days?
I don't care so long as they're mute.
You freak. When did you start turning into a freak?
You talk too much. My ears are bleeding.
Yeah, well, my soul is bleeding, Lenny. My soul is bleeding.
That doesn't even make sense.
Oh, you listen to me, Frankenstein. My soul is bleeding because you've turned into a freak and I've got a freaking spoon in my hand and this is threatening to push the second shittest day of my life into third position. And did I mention my soul is bleeding?
A soul is a metaphorical construct. It can't bleed. It's not concrete. It's not an organ. It's not part of the body. Not something you see when you cut it open.
Oh, you want blood? Okay, is this bloody enough for you?
Fuck's sake, Annie, what are you trying to do?
Get me fixed?
You repulse me.
You're a whore.
You're a slut and you make me want to vomit.
You make me want to shit my pants. What are you doing?
What do you know about me, Annie? I mean, now. What do you know about me now?
You've started going grey.
I haven't.
You've got grey hairs growing out of your ears.
I haven't. I get them clipped once a month. Like, don't look at me like that. Annie, I said don't look at me like that.
Do you realise you're a freak?
Yes, I've known that for quite a while.
Well, I can't be one. I can't. Hello. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
You probably hear that a lot.
Not really.
Oh,
I mean, sometimes I do, but usually people are being sarcastic or something.
I was being serious.
I know. I could tell by your eyes.
I've seen you in books, but I never thought I'd see you.
What do they say about
That
me?
you're bright.
I don't really blend in.
That you're quick.
I like to run fast.
That you're dangerous.
Oh, they're not bad, are they? They got me just about right. That's good. The toucan has a bad reputation. What are you doing?
I'm writing this down.
Don't do that. I don't want people to know I'm here.
I did. I followed your shit.
I don't imagine most people would go out of their way to do that.
Well, to be honest, I surprised myself. I was walking along the banks when I heard this thing. I was in a cafe in the square, all these voices in a language I couldn't speak, and I began to feel... Well, I suppose I began to feel suffocated. I got up and I went for a walk along the banks, by all the ships docked there, until the banks began to turn into ferns and trees. I stood at the point on the ground, the point where the bank turned into ferns and trees. I stood there and heard this thing. I'm not sure how to describe it exactly.
Noise?
Yes, only it was a nice noise. It was a very nice noise, which for some reason made me look down at the ground, and there, between the lumps of rocks and grass, were pellets of chocolate, or what I thought was chocolate.
What's your name?
Leslie?
Isn't that a man's name?
It depends on the spelling. You were in this picture book I got for my 8th birthday. Because I was shy and I couldn't speak very well, I used to call it a bird day. You're so beautiful. Now you're just showing off.
Got to make the most of my audience.
You want me to admire you,
You already do.
but more.
I wouldn't say no.
Can I touch your face?
Which part?
Anywhere. Doesn't matter.
My cheek?
Yes.
Okay.
This is all very jolly, isn't it? We're all getting along excellently. Ha ha ha! That's a joke there. Feel free to laugh at any point if any of this amuses you.
What are we doing?
I thought we could get crafty.
Crafty.
I mean crafting.
I don't need art therapy.
It's not therapy, Ethel. It's not therapy. My God! It's relaxation. We don't do therapy here. Therapy is for truly crazy people, the people beyond help. Those are the ones that need therapy. You just need to relax.
This is fun. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm having such a wonderful time.
That's quite all right, Miss Quatrain.
Oh, call me Annie, please.
What do you want to say to that, Ethel? Ethel, you had something you wanted to say to Annie, didn't you? You wanted to say that you have unresolved family issues which contributed to your... Come on now, Ethel, we rehearsed this. I have unresolved family issues which... I'm sorry about this, Annie.
Oh, no biggie. I'm quite zen. Just the way I roll.
That's very nice to hear.
Yeah, I was with God for a while, but that wasn't really working out. She looks sick. She's really sick, isn't she?
Once we get to the bottom of things, I'm convinced that she will make a full recovery.
That's so supportive of you. You're so supportive.
Where there's life, there's hope.
You've got a lovely smile too.
No, I don't.
You do. You have a lovely smile.
Yes. Well, you have a smile also. Ethel, are you painting?
No, I'm not painting.
Go on. There's a tube of paint just by your hand. Why don't you pick her up and squirt it on the palette over there, dip the brush in and away you go. Doesn't that sound nice? Ooh, yes. That's very relaxing.
Can I have some water?
Some water? Yes, all right.
You're so beautiful.
Here we are. Now, Ethel, you wanted to tell Annie that you're terribly sorry about the inconvenience you have caused her. Isn't that right? Ethel?
Well? You're really fat.
Now, I might have intervened, but I think that was a necessary moment of what they call conflict resolution.
I'm not fat. You don't push someone just because they push you. I'm not fat. I have heavy bones.
Now, Ethel, you listen to me. You want to get better, don't you?
Sometimes I want that. Sometimes I'm not sure.
Well, you'll never have anyone come to see you ever again if you don't start behaving like a normal person.
Oh my God.
Ethel, for God's sake, can't you hold it in? I'm so sorry you had to see that. I really thought she was getting better.
Cyril,
Yes?
I still imagine horrible things.
That's nice, dear.
I imagine a war, mothers torn from children, and a giant wheel. Cyril,
Yes?
will you kiss me?
This is an open deck.
Cyril,
Yes?
what are you reading?
The weather.
Yes, but what are you reading it in?
The time.
Which time?
There's only the one.
But what does it say about the weather?
Lack-luster.
Oh dear, perhaps I should change. Yes, I'll go back to a cabin and change. Should you mind awfully if I did that, if I changed?
Not especially, no.
You mean you wouldn't mind if I went and changed? I couldn't say how long I might be gone for, changing. It might be a terribly long time I take getting changed.
By all means.
If I went and changed, that would be all right with you, would it? You wouldn't mind my changing?
You shouldn't have won
Oh,
Sil.
for fuck's sake.
What did you say?
Talk to me. Can you do that, do you think?
What did you just say at the top of your lungs? What did you
Talk
say?
to me, Cyril, please. Say something in your own voice.
I have no idea as to what you're referring. Go and change into something cooler if that's what's troubling
How
you.
long have we been on this godforsaken cruise? 2 years. 2 years of our lives on a boat, and for what? We're back where we were at the beginning. Back in Panama, waiting for the waters to level out. Well, I can't wait anymore, Cyril. I need some air.
She needs feeding.
Oh, get one of your own tits out.
Leslie, my dear, you're not well. Go and lie
Don't
down.
talk to me as if I'm not normal, you lonely old man.
Leslie, please, what is
I
happening
want
to
to
your
get
voice?
off now, Cyril. I want to get off now, please.
Would you like to peruse the local
No,
shops
I
while
don't
we're
want to
waiting?
peruse. Stop talking to me like that. I am not doing this anymore.
Is this what you should like me to do? Tear out the parts that are broken? Well, I'm awfully sorry, but I'm not going to do that, Leslie. I'm not going back in there. You know what I was like in there. You found me in there. You found me in there and you promised to take care of me forever. So I don't care what you say, it's the heat talking. You're going to stay here and do your damn best to look after me. What in God's name was that?
A siren?
There was somebody in trouble.
Yes, I think they are.
When the world was made, it was made with no sense of order or of place. Fish were born next to lions, tigers next to ants. All creatures born side by side. All creatures except for birds. They were wrong in all sorts of ways and had to live all together and alone. They were put in trees because they ruined the earth. They were made to stay up high so they could never feel the mud between their toes, the water on their tongues. They sang songs to each other because they were so sad. They sang to fish, they sang to lions, they sang to tigers and to ants. Sirens aren't in the sea, they're in the trees. You may think they're beautiful because they sing to you, but they're not. Not even a little bit. Here's some eggs. Eat them.
Dad, I don't like it.
It's all right. You'll like eggs.
Why am I living with strangers? Why can't I live with you?
I need to rest. I'm resting for a while, and strangers are looking after you.
But I want to stay here.
Where would you sleep?
Anywhere on the floor.
You can't.
Why not?
Because the nice man says so, don't you? Tell me what you did yesterday.
I entered the egg and spoon race.
Did you win?
I fell over.
That's no good. Did you hurt yourself?
My ankle a bit.
Oh no.
I cried a bit.
I would have cried too.
The strangers said I had to grow some balls. I tried, but it hurt too much.
She's just trying to hug a man, for Christ's sake. Tell me a story.
I hate stories.
Etty.
Stories sound bad when I tell them.
No, they don't. Why don't you tell me about school? How's school going?
I don't have any friends, but I keep going to the toilet so I have something to do. I don't like it, Dad.
It'll be alright.
Will it?
Of course it will. Everything will be alright.
The strangers made me cut onions before.
That's not very nice of
They
strangers.
made me do it even though they know I hate it, and it goes up my nose and gives me the sneezes.
Onions are mean.
I hate onions. Can I hug my dad now, please?
Have a grape.
No, really.
Go on, have a grape. Seedless.
I know.
Amazing what a bit of science can do. For millions of years, people were breaking their teeth on those nasty little seeds until some bright spark decided it was a good idea to get rid of them. Isn't that fascinating?
I don't feel right.
You mean you're sick?
No, I'm not sick. It's just I'm not feeling right.
You are
No,
sick.
I'm not. Will you let me finish? I was thinking.
You want some olives?
No.
I'm surprised they haven't invented pipless olives. Can you imagine how amazing that invention would be?
If I asked you to do something for me, would you do it?
Dunno. Maybe.
Will you put something in my hand?
What, like right now? Don't you want to finish dinner first? You're joking, right? This is a
No,
joke.
I'm being serious.
You want me to put something back in your hand that you asked me to take out?
Okay, so I know it sounds weird.
It doesn't sound weird, Annie. It is weird.
It's not like it's the same spoon or anything.
Jesus.
Please, it won't be that hard. I feel wrong without it.
You weren't born with it. What the hell are you talking about? It's a spoon. You didn't come as part of a dinner service.
I felt good about myself when I had it. It made me feel really good about myself.
This is crazy. You're actually crazy.
You like doing things to bodies.
Yeah, not human ones.
Well, we're all birds anyway, aren't we? I mean, back in the day.
No, Annie. We came from the sea. We crawled up from the seabeds, oozing our pus and our sperm, and we kept crawling till the crawl turned into a walk. No part of that involved growing wings and flying in the air.
I'm starting to think now maybe you're going to say no.
You're on the money there.
Oh, Lenny, please.
No.
Fine. Why do you spend so much time with them if they're not like us?
Kind of answered your own question.
Yeah,
there.
but I thought...
They don't talk back and it's so fucking nice.
I got away. I managed to get away. I'm here. Now I'm here. At last, I'm here. Hey,
Yeah.
do you think I have a terrible face?
What? Who told you that?
No one.
Okay, well, you look alright to me.
Yeah?
I reckon you're alright.
You would tell me though if I had a terrible face.
Reckon I would.
I used to look in the mirror and think that's not me, you know. I was meant to be beautiful.
There's a man who lives inside the mirror and he's got hocus pocus potions that he puts in your eyes, so when you look at yourself, it's not you.
Yeah?
He's the same man who steals spoons from your kitchen. He melts down all the spoons so he can make more mirrors.
What, you really think that?
No.
My mum got eaten.
What?
This bird ate her.
It's a bit rough. What were they doing? Fighting over fish and chips or something?
I think he was helping her run away.
Ah, right. Take after your mum,
I'm
dear.
not running away.
I meant in your looks or
I
something.
don't know. I don't know what I look like anymore.
I've got a mirror.
Really?
Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Did I hurt you? That's cool.
Yeah?
That's so cool. Do it again. That's so cool.
You really think so?
Yeah. What is it?
Mating call.
Mating call. Wow.
Birds do it.
You know so much stuff. You know heaps.
Not really.
You know everything.
Do I?
Yeah. You do.
was meant to feel better than that. Your friend is getting better?
Who?
Ethel, your friend.
Oh, right, yeah, her. Pff, great.
You can see her if you like. She doesn't get any other visitors.
No, I'm right.
Is there something I can help you with?
Just wanted to show you this. It's yours.
I'm sorry?
Aren't you pleased?
Have you failed to take any medication recently?
No.
Would you like to be on any medication?
No, I'm fine.
You appear to be bleeding.
Yeah, I know.
Don't you want to do something about it?
We're the same, you and me.
I'm sorry?
I mean, you must have done that to yourself, right? They're too well arranged to be accidental. You must have stuffed yourself with them.
If you're referring to my spoons, which I can only assume you are, then I'm afraid I'm about to disappoint you. I did not, as you so eloquently put it, stuff myself. I was born like this. I'm the product of an unhappy liaison between my mother and a dessert spoon.
That's a joke, right?
Is there anything else?
Your dad was a spoon.
I don't like to talk about it very much.
You can talk to me. I'm a really good listener.
You're bleeding on my papers.
Not as much as yesterday.
I had to force it.
I'm not going to be able to stay long.
I'll try some more.
You sleep well?
I always sleep well.
Wish I could.
You got too much stuff on your mind.
I brought something for you.
What?
Don't tell anyone.
As if I would. That underwear.
No, it's a slip.
Okay.
You don't like it.
It's a bit of a weird present.
I thought it'd suit you. Put it on.
Maybe later.
Put it on. Come on. I'll dance for you.
What do you call that?
The Freudian slip.
You're an idiot.
Try it on. Go on.
I'm embarrassed.
Why? There's no one here. Come on, please.
Alright, but you have to turn around.
If you turn around, I won't have to.
Okay. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
It does too.
You're funny.
I know.
How does it look?
Bit hard to tell like that. That really suits you.
I've never had anything like this.
You need to spoil yourself once in a while. If you like a woman.
It's a bit itchy.
You look really
No,
good.
It doesn't feel very
You
nice.
look
It's
amazing.
really itchy. Hey, give it back.
Not yet.
Give it back.
Alright, but we have to do a swap. You give me that and I'll give you this.
It's not fair.
As soon as you take it off and hand it to me, I'll give you this one.
Why would I do that?
Because I asked you to.
I'll have to think about it.
And
I'm kind of not sure.
you want it back.
Yes.
Then you have to give me my present back. I thought you'd like the dress.
You said it was a slip.
Well, you can wear it out, I reckon.
Yeah? You're taking me out somewhere fancy.
Taking you out dancing.
What kind of dancing?
Regular dancing. You're a good dancer. You look so happy when you dance.
Maybe I am happy.
That'd be nice.
Yeah?
Good to be happy. Nothing wrong with it. Everyone should be happy, I reckon.
You happy?
Yeah, I'm a bit. Why are you smiling?
I'm happy a bit too. What's wrong?
You don't look like they do in the pictures.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
No, I thought you'd like it.
Me too. I should probably go now.
Okay.
I cleaned it. I washed it in the river.
Did you come all this way just to see me? Just to see me and give this to me?
Consider it a pilgrimage.
I wet my pants every night. Without fail. Every night.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it kind of does.
They have people to clean these things, surely.
Not anymore. What right do you have to be so beautiful?
You're too kind.
And what right does my mother have to love you?
I don't know.
Is there anything else?
I heard you making a noise, and I thought... Well, I thought it was nice. And
Can
I
I
thought...
hold my mum now, please?
Yes, of course. And I'll give you a window in here? That's not right. You need to see out.
So I can watch you fly away. I hate you less than you think.
Forgive me,
Eat me.
but I don't love you.
Of course.
You going to sleep for a little while?
Lenny, it hurts.
I know it hurts.
It hurts a lot.
You'll be all right.
Are you enjoying this?
I like helping you, Annie. I'm not sure I enjoy it, but I like the end result.
And what is the end result, Dr. Frankenstein?
Don't call me that. You were sitting in the shop window. It was you, not me, You. You'd smashed all the glass. You were sitting there next to Mr. Rasmussen's budgie. I'd just gone out the back to put the kettle on and I heard this noise. So I came back, I rushed back in, and there you were. I did not tear up the ground and hack you together, Annie. You did that for yourself.
I'm sorry. Lenny?
Lie down.
When I'm fixed, can we get the car? Can we get the car and go somewhere, just the two of us? Take the Mitsubishi and just go somewhere. There's this place I read about with all these palm trees and coconuts, and I was thinking we could...
The less you talk, the more I love you. Isn't that weird?
Where will I go?
Surely there are places you've always wanted to go. Sights you've always wanted to see.
I've never really thought about it.
Well, now you can. Though I will miss our little chats.
What about him?
Found a man in a phone book. Specialises in birds. Sounded very keen to swing by. I thought I might put him on my desk. What do you think?
It was meant to feel better than that.
Yes, isn't that always the way? Still, never mind. It could have been worse.
There's not much worse than this, is there?
You'd be surprised.
The world started in an eggshell. In the Big Bang, it shot open like a newborn beak through membrane. And years after that first explosion, in another part of the world, a bird appeared to a woman and told her he loved her. He told her he loved her and she let him have her. And when he left, all his feathers fell away. He wasn't a bird after all, he was a voice from the clouds. He'd tricked her. He'd made himself beautiful. He'd wrapped his neck round her waist and placed her head in the pit of his wing, and she let him because she thought he was something else. And when he wasn't the thing she thought he was, she tore off all her skin and threw it into the sea. She stood on a cliff, and with a body made of bone, she danced and danced and danced.